sections throughout the store. Hurry in to Macy's Fashion and Home Clearance. Savings off regular, original, and sale prices exclusions apply.
This is a guided meditation on parenting. Take this time to breathe deeply and close your eyes. Right now, you are completely in control. Unlike the time you and your son played basketball and you attempted to slam dunk. Or when you tried removing those raccoons from the basement. Concentrate on the soothing sound of my voice. Release the memory of when you wrestled with that beehive in your son's treehouse. Let go of the time you thought that skunk was a cat. Or when you pulled into the garage with your son's bike on top of the car. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
What if it wasn't always about getting ahead? What if you didn't care about being on the fast track? What if your career goals were to change? Instead of flying off to the big interview, what if you flew somewhere else altogether? To embark on a different track. To volunteer in ways you never dreamed of. In places you never imagined yourself being. Like a tiny island in the Pacific, barely visible on a map, but where needs are easy to see. Or a village on the African continent, where just a little training in HIV awareness can change the fate of thousands. What if you decided to share your skills with others and help someone else get ahead? Peace Corps. Life is calling. How far will you go? To find out more, call 800-424-8580 or visit peacecorps.gov.
Fox Sports time to escape. You going to prison? From where you live. You know, like a vacation. Go to foxsportsradio.com for your chance to win tickets anywhere Southwest Airlines flies in the continental U.S. Pair that with hotel vouchers, cash, a pair of ferries tickets to any event, and Burt Williams Spa cards. Sweet. You'll never want to return. Escape with foxsportsradio.com. Complete details and rules online.
Brought to you by 5-Hour Energy. You know that 2:30 feeling you hit the wall, but you got to get stuff done. That's time for 5-Hour Energy. 5-Hour Energy, when you got to get stuff done. And now, Lincoln, you know it's football time. Look at you. Look at you.
I'm kidding.
Oh, you know why? That's right. One of the progressive celebrities insurance line. Yes, the coach, Chris Landry. Coach, what do you say, buddy?
I'm doing good, fellas. How we doing?
Always a pleasure. How's everything, Coach? We miss you, buddy.
Hey, it's football season. I miss you guys. I'm ready to go.
Ah, terrific, terrific. So it is football season. This is the last weekend that we'll have to muddle through without football as camp starts. I was throwing some great storylines Link's way as we look at camp. Give me a couple that really excites you. Some good camp storylines.
Well, I mean, they're teams that are really good. Can they take the next step? You know, the Atlanta Falcons are intriguing to me. Certainly how Philadelphia, team you're very familiar with, Anthony, is how they're going to deal with some of the changes that they've made. I think the Chicago Bears are going to be a different-looking team. I think Mark Trestman will do a good job with that offense. It'll look different. The defense will look different. That's going to be intriguing. There are a whole lot of teams that I think could have real interesting camps and I think maybe determine a little bit about where they are as a team. How much better is Miami going to be? Can they really make a run? You know, New England falling back enough to them to catch them. I mean, those things are very intriguing to me. I think the north of the AFC is going to be very competitive. So watching Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cincinnati, all those things are going to be very intriguing. Denver, certainly, to me, the team to beat in the AFC. Hell, how they go through camp's going to be very intriguing. So a lot of fun things. Sean Payton's back in New Orleans. I mean, we can go on and on, but it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of intrigue. RG3, how healthy will he look in the training camp? Might they be the favorites in the East of the NFC? I mean, a lot of things that are going to be fun.
Talk a little bit, if you will, about the San Diego Chargers. New looks, new faces, new philosophies, but, you know, had, I guess some letdown seasons, if you will, because they just didn't live up to expectations. There's a lot of pressure around on Philip Rivers.
Well, there is, and I think it's a perfect example of a guy that was, you know, trending towards a top-tier quarterback in the league. And, oh, by the way, the team, they lost their weapons. They did a poor job protecting them. They couldn't do anything defensively. And so go out and win the game, Philip. And all of a sudden, he develops bad habits. He's throwing the ball to Lon's way all the time. And he looks like, you know, a mid to bottom tier quarterback. It just goes to show you that when we talk about the quarterback, everybody wants to do it in a vacuum. And it just doesn't exist. It's not football, as you guys know. It's how you put a team around them, and it's not just about in regards to how it makes a quarterback look good or bad. It's you have to have weapons. It's the ultimate team game. You guys know that. So they haven't been very good. They haven't been good around him, and he's developed these bad habits, this gunslinger attitude. I've got to win it all the time. I mean, that's a big part of it. So whether it's Philip Rivers or Matthew Stafford or Tony Romo, and I think they're all a little different in their own way, but I think with Philip, he's a hard worker, he's a leader. You know, you got to settle him down, and you've got to now kind of rein him in and say, okay, no. We're not throwing that one this year. Okay, you're throwing that to the cheap seats, and we're going to live for another play because we're not going to play that this year. Whereas I think it's got into the bad habits mode of, hey, he's got to go out and he's got to score all the time. And guess what? In this league, when you're down 17 points in the second half, you're not playing play action. You're trying to get back in the game, and that's only going to make things look worse for you individually.
Hey, Coach, just curious because you mentioned briefly Stafford, and Donovan McNabb came out and criticized the contract for Matthew Stafford. Where are you at with him and his development?
I think he's a very talented guy. I don't think they've done a very good job. While Calvin Johnson's a great player, they've not established a really good running game. They've not protected leads very well. And I think that contributed to some of it. So I think he's outstanding. As far as the contract, welcome to the days NFL. If you have a starting caliber quarterback that's good, you're going to get through the roof money. That's just the way it is. If you just look at the contracts, and I think it's tough for players like Donovan because they're getting more money today. Well, they're getting a lot more money, and they will get more money, and average players will get great money, and Stafford's not an average quarterback. He's better than that. So we can have the argument about what's deserved and what's not. In today's market, they're going to get that, and the next deal is going to be even bigger. When Matt Ryan's deal comes through, it's going to be the new topic because it's going to be the new and bigger and better deal. So if you don't have a quarterback, you know what I've said, if you don't have a quarterback, you have zero chance to win in this league. If you have one, it doesn't mean you're going to win if you don't have a team around them, as we talked about with Philip.